Hello student, now we will discuss about invertible matrix. So first of all we will study how can we say that a matrix is invertible. A matrix A, that is a square matrix, is said to be an invertible matrix if there exists another matrix of the same order so that the output becomes an identity matrix, or if you can say in the second way, the product of AB should be identity matrix and B to A must also be an identity matrix. In that case, we can say that A is the inverse of B or B is the inverse of A. So, for a invertible matrix, it must be satisfy this condition where A is a square matrix. So, a square matrix of order n, if there exists another square matrix B of the same order which satisfy this condition, then B is called the inverse of A, and this is denoted by A inverse, means B is the inverse of A. So we will represent the inverse of the matrix by this notation A inverse, right? Here, with the help of an example, we will discuss that AB and BA should be equal to an identity matrix. Then in that case, we can say that one of them is the inverse of another one, right? So with the help of an example, we will study that. Now, so first and foremost condition is that AB and BA should be defined, right? AB and BA should be defined. So, if AB and BA should be defined and must be equal, so in that case it will become commutative, but the output will always be an identity matrix of the same order. Only in that case we can say that one of them is the inverse of another one. With the help of an example, we will discuss about that. So, first of all, A is a 2 by 2 matrix, B is another 2 by 2 matrix. So, what will be output? You know that product of the matrix, how can you find out? First of all, it should be conformable. That is, yes, this is conformable. What is the meaning of conformable? The number of rows, number of column of pre-multiplier must be equal to number of rows of post multiplier. Only in that case you can multiply. So, and how this multiplication takes place? First row multiplied with first column, but the corresponding element will be multiplied. Okay. So 2 into 2 it will be 4, 3 and minus 1 minus 3. Similarly 2, 3, 6, 3 and 2, 6. Right? Then second row, first column 1 into 2, 2 and minus 1. Then 1 into minus 3, 2 and 2, 4. So definitely this is an identity matrix of the same order, right? Clear? So AB is equal to identity matrix. So let us check BA, B to A. So 2 minus 3 minus 1, 2, and A is 2, 3, 1 and 2. So again if you multiply, so it will be 2 and 2, 4, minus 3, 2, 3 is 6, 3, 2 is 6, minus 2 plus 2 and minus 3 plus 4. So your output will again be an identity matrix, right? So AB and BA both are equal to identity matrix. Okay, clear? So when this condition is satisfied, then we can say that B is the inverse of A, or A is the inverse of B, right? So in both ways it will be right. Clear? Now I have told you that a square matrix, in the definition I have used a square matrix. It means a rectangular matrix does not shows an inverse or not invertible. Why? Because sometimes AB is defined here, but BA is not defined. BA is not defined. So first and foremost condition that AB and BA both must be defined and should be equal to the unique matrix. Only in that case we can say that one of them is the inverse of another. But here AB is defined, but we don't know we are getting an identity matrix or not. But BA is definitely not defined. You can see from here. That's why a rectangular matrix does not shows inverse. Clear? Now we will discuss about the uniqueness of the inverse of a matrix. So now in first question we have studied that there is an example where we find that AB and BA both are equal to identity matrix. In that case I have told you that either B is the inverse of A, B is the inverse of A, or A is the inverse of B. So now we will show that if the inverse of any matrix, if exists, will be unique. So if a square matrix have an inverse, then definitely it will be unique. Okay, so let us take a square matrix Aij of order M. Now we will show that this matrix have one and only one inverse, right? So let this matrix have two inverse, B matrix and C. There are two inverse matrices if possible, right? Now we will show that actually these two are same matrix, right? So we know that if B is the inverse of A, B is the inverse of A matrix, then we can write AB and BA will be equal to an identity matrix. Yes or no? By the definition of invertible matrix. Similarly, if C is the inverse of A, in that case AC and CA will be identity matrix. Yes or no? By the definition. Now we know that if you multiply any matrix by the identity matrix, we are going to get the same matrix. Yes or no? So let B is equal to B into identity matrix, right? And our identity matrix is equal to A into C or C into A. So I am taking A into C. Yes or no? Now you know that this is matrix multiplication is associative, both sides of equality are defined. So you can write like this, BA and C. Yes or no? Now from here you can see that B into A matrix is nothing but the identity matrix. And we know that if you multiply any matrix with the identity matrix, we are going to get same matrix, right? It means B is equal to C. So it is very much clear, if any square matrix is there and if the inverse of that particular matrix exists, definitely the inverse of that particular matrix will be unique, right? So this is about the uniqueness of the inverse of a matrix. Now another example related to the inverse of the matrix. This is important, sometimes it is asked, if A and B are invertible matrix of the same order, then the inverse of the product of the matrix is equal to product of the inverse of B and A. Just like transpose, reversal rules. What was that? AB transpose is equal to B transpose and A transpose, right? Okay. Now we know that a matrix A have an inverse B, or you can say invertible only when AB is equal to I or BA is equal to I, right? So now, because if AB is equal to identity matrix, AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix, it means B is the inverse of A or A is the inverse of B. Right now, we can write like that, B is the inverse of A or A is the inverse of B. So in that case, we can express this result as, yes or no? A into A inverse will be identity matrix, or A inverse into A will also be an identity matrix. Yes? So, if AB, we take the inverse of AB, right? Then if you multiply by, take 1 unit. So it will be like that. Suppose this is C matrix and this is the inverse of that C matrix. So definitely it will be an identity matrix. Yes or no? So it will be an identity matrix by the definition of invertible matrices. Now we want to show that the product of the inverse of the matrix is equal to product of the inverse of matrix B into inverse of matrix A. So because matrix multiplication is not commutative, so to make it possible that multiplication is possible, I am pre-multiply both sides by A inverse, so that the multiplication is feasible, right? So we can write like this, A inverse and AB inverse, and this is A inverse into identity matrix. So again we know that A inverse into A or A into A inverse, right? A inverse into A will be identity matrix, and you know that identity matrix is multiplied by any matrix, so output will be that particular matrix, right? So it will be your identity matrix by the definition, and this is matrix B, right? And this is AB inverse. Now we know that if identity matrix is multiplied by any matrix, the output, because I is identity matrix, so definitely the output will be B matrix. So it will be AB minus 1 or A inverse. Yes or no? Clear? Now again, pre-multiplying both sides by B inverse, pre. So it will be again B inverse B, AB inverse or B inverse A inverse, right? So we know that if AB is equal to BA is equal to I, it means A is the inverse of B and B is the inverse of A. So you can also write that B inverse B is equal to I, or B into B inverse is equal to I means identity matrix. So in place of this you can write identity matrix, and A B inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse, right? So again the matrix multiplication with identity matrix will give us the same matrix. So we are going to get same AB inverse is equal to BA inverse A inverse, right? So here important part is that pre-multiplication or post-multiplication, because for matrix conformable we are doing pre or post multiplying. You can go with both, but we want to show that AB inverse is equal to B inverse and A inverse. So this is about theorem number 4, right? This is important, practice at home, right? Thank you and be safe.